Yo, 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 welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy MadeMenMelo. We're here with more top 10 most anticipated anime of winter 2024 from your boy Vinny Tube. It's been a while. I'm getting back into my anime stuff consistently now. Just finished off a couple of anime, a couple first seasons, and then catching up on some things prior. So your boy is getting back on track. Let's get it. I got my pen.
Just like that, we've wrapped up most of the year. It would be trite to say that time flies, but it does feel that way. And it still hasn't sunk in that by the time this video comes up, we'll be getting ready to say goodbye once more to some of our favourite series. But as it's always been, there's always something good on the horizon to look forward to. 2024 is weeks away, and we already have what's looking like a pretty great season to open up the year. Here's what I think are the top 10 most anticipated anime for winter 2024. So let's dive in. Original anime Metallic Rogue is set to debut. Studio Bones is set to celebrate its 25th anniversary next year, so what better way to commemorate such a momentous occasion for the studio responsible for bringing us a lot of our favourites than with a new original anime. Metallic Rogue, as of the time of writing, is still an anime shrouded in mystery. However, the anticipation's there, with it being a really cool take on the sci-fi genre, integrating what seems to be magical girl elements into a sci-fi setting that reminds people of Axel World or Tiger and Bunny, if you've been around long enough to know those two shows. With more Symphony looming in the horizon, looks like the magical girl sci-fi subgenre is pushing for a comeback. Have you checked the trailer for Metallic Rogue yet? It's pretty cool, and I do like the atmosphere it evokes with a unique musical accompaniment. With a pretty neat setting and some popular voice actors leading the charge, Studio Bones looks to open 2024 with a bang. A Sign of Affection is also due this January. Now, if you prefer something a little bit more down-to-earth and sweet, A Sign of Affection is shaping up to be this winter's comfort anime. It tells the story of a hearing-impaired protagonist and how her otherwise lonely world brightens upon meeting the one person who accepts her and understands her. It's a really touching romance manga that's been deserving of an adaptation for so long, and I'm glad that we're finally going to see it. As someone who's read some of the source material, I'd say that it's super easy to get invested on some of the characters and root for them. A Sign of Affection is a light-hearted romance that ought to touch the hearts of anyone planning to watch it. We all need that temporary reprieve from the harshness of the world, and this upcoming anime ought to give us some hope and comfort when we need it the most. Blue Exorcist is making its return in 2024. Blue Exorcist in 2024? Yeah, your eyes aren't deceiving you. Blue Exorcist as an anime adaptation has had its share of ups and downs, but it's undeniable that it's garnered quite the sizable fanbase over the years. With the last anime project being in 2017, the announcement just this year was quite a pleasant surprise, especially for those who've given up hope on a new anime. The best part of it all, it's set to adapt the Illuminati arc, which is, according to a lot of people, one of the best arcs the entire series has to date. Whether the anime will do this arc justice is up in the air, but you can't blame the fans for being very excited. Is this the season that will go far and above, giving Blue Exorcist fans a return to glory, much like what Thousand Year Blood War did for Bleach? I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Next up is Sengoku Yoko.
Sengoku Yoko.
精霊天元傍らの霊力に同調し己を傍らへと近づける秘術精霊体となった進化は無敵だ
Sengoku Yoko, from the guy behind Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, has a premise that, while shows quite a lot of promise, does feel pretty plain. You have the fantasy world divided into humans and monsters. A monster protagonist who fights for humans and a human brother who hates his own kind. They, along with an aspiring swordsman, go on a journey where they cross paths with both factions, uncovering conspiracies and mysteries in the greater world in their travels. However, if there's an up-and-coming anime that showcases the importance of context, shows the magic of payoffs, of viewing the story as a bigger picture, it's got to be Sengoku Yoko. Getting 3 cores, quite an irregularity, works in its disregard, as it's a title that makes a lot more sense once you get to the second half of it. From what I can see, it's something that both newcomers and anime veterans can enjoy, especially those who are into fantasy and action. With Biscuit Hammer's anime ending up the way it is it time for Mizukami to get a redemptive adaptation through his other work? I sure hope so.
私にとっては害獣に等しい存在。早く始めませんか。さようなら。読み字にお気をつけて。
Chained Soldier is also coming this winter. Right after Sengoku Yoko, we have another upcoming title from another renowned author. This time, it's the Akame ga Kill creator's time to shine with his new title that feels eerily similar to the previous series, but with the degree of fan service pushed into overdrive. Chained Soldier tells of a Japan ravaged by entrances to the otherworldly dimension Mato. Standing in the way of monsters from said dimension are members of the all-female anti-demon corps. It's an encounter with a commander from said group that kickstarts our protagonist Yuki's story. After being saved by Kyoka, who recognizes his potential, he agrees to join the anti-demon corps as her slave. Truly not the most flattering of positions, is it? But what if Yuki actually enjoys it? Fan service galore, high-octane action, harem elements, and a fantasy setting. It sounds like a callback to those 2010s titles like High School DxD. However, things have changed, and Chained Soldier goes even deeper into the degenerative elements, all while providing us a plethora of amazing fights. I mean that unironically, as the action sequences can be really engaging and full of strategy, something to look out for at the start of the year.
I'm making note of it.
For now, hit that like button if you're enjoying this content, and let's hurry and get to the second half of the list. We take a look at the second season of Tsukimichi.
やってきました異世界の世直し道中早いくつき
I've always been pretty high on Tsukimichi. Season 1 had me in stitches. Blatantly a parody of isekai as a genre, you immediately know what they are and come in with appropriate expectations of what you're going to be seeing. It still doesn't make it any less funny when the execution just hits the right spots. For Tsukimichi, that largely has to do with the super fun ensemble of characters we're introduced to. There's never a dull moment with Makoto and the rest of the party in tow. They sure kept us waiting with the new season, however. Announced as far back as 2021, we really had to wait over 2 years to see the continuation of this fun adventure. I think that as long as the anime team remains consistent with what made season 1 work, this second season should be great. I've always compared this title to Konosuba, so I think it's interesting to note that we'll be getting Tsukimichi season 2 with Konosuba season 3 right around the corner.
月が導く異世界道中第2幕
Delicious in Dungeon is up next.
方には感心せんの。できたぞ。
私にもちょうだい。美味しい。
This isn't my first encounter with Delicious in Dungeon, and it's not much of a surprise to see this get an adaptation. It was a rather popular manga a couple of years back, and it's not hard to see why. It's a title that disguises itself as a typical sword and sorcery manga before incorporating the light-hearted parody elements aimed at the concept of monster eating. The monster eating to get stronger concept is something we've seen in a lot of isekai and fantasy stories, but Delicious in Dungeon takes it up a notch, using it as a backdrop for very compelling adventures inside the dungeon, leading to it making quite a name for itself back in the day. There's comedy, engaging interactions, and most importantly, really creative monster dishes at every turn. It's got a little of everything, from light-hearted moments to sincere, wholesome moments of character growth. Don't let the plain promotional art or the simple synopsis get to you. Delicious in Dungeon is a far better series than any promo material can make it out to be, and it's something you have to read or watch to truly experience it in full.
俺たちは一度空腹でレッドドラゴンに負けたんだ。同じ鉄は踏まない。だろ?
Had enough of Mashal? Well, here's the second season on its way.
行こ 俺からすれば貴様は二流だと言っているんだ。
This was one quick sequel announcement. I think it's more appropriate to call this Mashal Season 1 Part 2. It's obviously a second core disguised as a second season, but you know, semantics aside, and more importantly, what that means is that we'll be getting another 12 episodes of this enjoyable parody. I'm not gonna lie, Mashal on paper isn't anything too special. The thing looks like a parody of media franchises like One Punch Man, Black Clover, and Harry Potter, but everything put together just works. It's entertaining, the characters are a quirky and fun bunch, and the plot, while simple, has some shining moments of drama with a handful of stakes. If you enjoyed Mashal's first season, then you're definitely going to want to check this one out. If you haven't seen it yet and are looking for some meta humor and some over-the-top fights to keep yourself entertained, you might want to take a shot at Mashal.
お父様、ついに見つけました。
Drew me in with like Harry Potter, like drew me in with that.
ついに
Classroom of Elite continues its role with the third season.
お前たちは評価ゼロのクズというわけだ。
Delays won't stop the inevitable, and winter 2024 is where we'll finally get to see the conclusion of Classroom of the Elite's first year set of light novels. We've come a pretty long way from people wishing for a sequel after season 1 to hitting a major milestone in the anime adaptation. And if the light novels are any indication, we'll be seeing a lot of even more intense character drama and mental battles for the third season. Expulsion is right around the corner, and it comes with high tension and the most climactic battle Ayana Koji has to face. All I'm going to say is that fans of Honami will also have a lot to look forward to for this third season. Now, the question remains if we'll be getting a full season and an anime adaptation of Year 2. For now though, let's enjoy the ride as it hopefully finishes strong.
Oh. Oh my word.
To end this list then, we have Solo Leveling.
Gave him straight hands. Oh yeah, I'm on that right now.
It seems like only yesterday when anime communities got hyped to high heavens with the announcement that Solo Leveling is finally getting an anime. Now at the tail end of 2023, not only do we have an anime on its way, we're getting a live action project. Everything's riding the wave of Solo Leveling hype, and it's primed to take the world by storm when the calendar rolls around to 2024. People have long been enthralled by the dark action tale of the weakest hunter who rises up the ranks and goes from weakest to strongest. Fighting monsters and becoming stronger is a tried and tested formula for an underdog story. And it really works, mostly due to being captivated by the struggle and the eventual triumph, as well as a lot of cool badass moments integrated with the simple yet engrossing plot. But will Solo Leveling live up to the hype generated by source material readers, or will it fall into the same fate as those webtoon adaptations of 2020? Only time will tell, and the world is watching.
That shit good. That shit good. As a person who enjoys this anime, yeah, that shit tough.
Which
that
anime
shit tough.
are you looking forward to the most? Do
Okay,
tell me in
good.
the
Let's
comments
got
section
a couple anime
If
that
you're
I'm going to
interested
check
in living
out.
in the moment and taking a look at
Metallic
some of my takes
Roll,
for the current season, head over to the channel and check my
and
roster of top 10
Mashal.
list videos.
Gonna take a look
That's
at
it for
those
today.
definitely.
However, don't forget
And
to
like
like
I said,
and subscribe,
I'm
and I hope to see you in the
watching
next
Solo
video.
Leveling right
Thanks for
now,
watching.
so that's not a problem. So that was a good list. That was a good list right there. Some things to look forward to watching and catching up on. You know, my list of animes is long that I need to start and or finish and or catch up. Hint, hint, One Piece. Yeah. But I'm get there. I'm gonna get there slowly but surely, but I'm definitely get there. I got some time where I can navigate and get some shows knocked off. So I appreciate it. Go and check the boy VinnyTube out. Go ahead and like, subscribe. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you so very much. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.